Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster. I've been having fun doing these, so let's continue. I'm doing all this recording before even publishing one of them. I don't know if anybody likes this shit. But I just like doing the Bridgemaster puzzles. And I like teaching people things, and, hopefully you guys like watching it. So, we did 10 advanced, and then we did 5 expert and 2 world class in the same video. So I think we're going to go back to advanced for a bit here. And maybe try to breeze through them a little bit more quickly than I did the others. I tried to get through 10 in less than an hour or whatever it took me. We're in 6 no trump, and the auction was simple, right? 1 no, 6 no? Okay. We have 6 major suit tricks. 3 clubs is 9. So I need 3 more. It seems like one of those times where you're supposed to test diamonds before working on clubs, right? Oh, it's not even testing them, is it? Well, it sort of is. Because you want to lead a diamond. So, if diamonds are 3-2, you can easily produce many diamond tricks. The issue will be, what if diamonds are not 3-2? What if somebody has ace 10 fourth? Then you might get only 2 diamond tricks where we need 3. And then you'd have to fall back on clubs, and wouldn't that be a problem? So it feels right to win the ace and lead a diamond to the queen. And then if that holds, cross in, let's say, spades. Or hearts, I guess. And then lead another diamond up to the jack. If they both follow suit to this, then of course we're home. But if the jack holds and west pitches, meaning east has remaining ace 10, then we have to give up on diamonds. But I have gotten 2 diamond tricks already without losing the lead. So I can take a club finesse into west. I don't care if he wins or loses. He won't be able to continue diamonds, and I'll have set up my 12th trick in clubs. I think that has to be right. If west has singleton ace, this line will fail. Well, I'll have to rely on the club finesse. But I don't think I can avoid that. You can't just run the 6 here. It's terrible. And if you lead up the king, that's also bad, right? Maybe it's not. Well, no, I mean, that's not any better. Then you're in trouble if east has the stiff ace. So 6 to the queen. Okay, it held. So cross back now and lead up again. Preserve that 7 for beer. Yeah, west pitches. But now I've stolen 2 diamond tricks. And I can lead a club to the 10. West wins, and the ace of diamonds is out there, but west can't lead a diamond. So that's the 13th trick I needed. East never ends up getting his ace of diamonds. No beer for me, though. I'll hang on to the 7 of diamonds till the end, but I won't win a trick. So this line is not... There are layouts where this line would fail and another line would succeed. So this is not like guaranteed to do the best possible. But it is most likely to do the best of all the possible layouts. Your expected value is highest, even if it isn't always perfect. I'm not going to listen to Fred on this one. Let's just keep going. Oh, this looks reminiscent of the the last world class one we played, where where you have to play the queen to make ace use up his ace earlier than he wants to. Yeah. In fact, we do play the queen here, right? If West has a singleton, then, well, nothing we can do, right? It's going to go ace, ruff, club, ruff, and we'll be down 2. Or maybe only 1 if West has the ace of clubs. But if West has a doubleton, well, wait. Right. If West has a doubleton and the ace of clubs, then the natural play of riding the 10 around to the king will be too dangerous. I think. Wait, maybe this isn't right. Ride around to the king, then draw trump, and then attack clubs. But West wins the ace and puts another diamond through. Yes. The point is, if we play the queen and East ducks the ace, then we found a second diamond stopper, the king. They can only win 1 diamond trick. I'll draw trump, they'll get a diamond and a club. If we play the queen and West plays the ace, great, you won your diamond, congratulations. But you can't continue diamonds because I know you have the jack. I'll just play low and the 9 will win. Or if you lead the jack, of course, I'll play the king. There'll never be any ruff, but I need to stop East from continuing diamonds. And playing the queen is how to do that. And I win the ace here so that I retain the king as an entry to dummy later. We will listen to Fred on this one because the diagram in diamonds will probably be helpful to understanding what was happening here. I think that was all the spades, but just in case. Great. Let's go after clubs now. West is going to win the second club, of course. And play a diamond. Oh, a heart. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter, right? I was thinking he still had the ace of diamonds, but of course that was played a trick 1. Okay, Fred, show us that diagram, please. Yes, so this is an example layout where the play matters. As long as you don't lose 2 diamond tricks in the ace of clubs too quickly, your clubs can be established to discard the diamonds. But make sure they don't take 2 diamonds first. East indeed is marked with jack and ace, I said this. And West with short diamonds, sure. If West has a stiff, you're dead. I said that, yep. If West has 2 diamonds and the ace of clubs, that I mentioned, then you have to play the queen. If East ducks, then your king is an extra stopper. If East wins, he can't attack diamonds. Does it demonstrate? No, it doesn't. Okay. So, if you're not an experienced bridge player, let's say, it might not be obvious to you why you can't lead a diamond here as East. The point is, if you play the jack, I can play the king, and the 9's a winner. If you play something other than the jack, I can play low, and then the 9's a winner. West could safely lead a diamond, but West isn't the one who's on lead. You could cross to a club and have West lead a diamond, but then I'll win the king, and the clubs will serve to pitch my diamond loser once I've drawn trump. Anyway, and then it says, of course, win a heart shift in hand. Sure, easy. And he does show what the problem will be if you play low. Good. If you play low, East will also play low and you'll win the king. But when West gets in with the ace of clubs, he can put a diamond through the queen jack and East will win, with the queen 9, East will win the ace and the jack. Yes. Okay. Next deal. So West has opened 2 diamonds. That's important. We have a spade loser, a club loser, and 2 diamond losers. That's 1 loser too many. I imagine we're roughing the diamond in the north hand, hoping that East doesn't have 3 trumps, right? Like, what else could you even do here? Because we know East has only 2 diamonds, since West has 6. If we win the ace and play a diamond, well, if we win the ace, then whenever we play a second diamond, West will play a third immediately, and it'll be the wrong time. We have to duck this so that we can control when the third round of diamonds is led. And we want it to be after we've drawn exactly 2 trumps, in case East had 2 trumps. Uh-oh. It's not working. I'm dead! This looks like I got it wrong. Oh, wait a minute. So the issue is, actually, I think I'm still fine. If I try to rough... So this made sense. This was the right line. Because if East did have only 2 hearts, we could... Or if East followed to 2 rounds of hearts, we could hope he has only 2 and play a diamond. Although, actually, I'm not even sure that would be right. But they're warning... I guess Fred is very politely, I guess, warning me here that my plan won't even work before I make the mistake. Because there's a better line here, which is to play the diamond and don't rough it, because you know East will just over-rough. Throw away a spade instead. Ah! East can rough and then draw trump. Okay, you did get me. All right. So the point is, duck this, win this, and you might as well immediately do this. Because now there's a suit that you think East, or whoever has the long hearts, definitely will not be over-roughing, right? Yeah, so there's only 1 trump left. Probably whoever has it has at least 3 spades. So we traded our spade loser for a diamond loser, but we were able to rough a spade where we couldn't have roughed a diamond. Okay, Fred got me on this one. This is a play I would definitely miss at the table. I mean, I even missed it at the puzzle in an isolated environment, right? Yeah, I was focused on the idea of East being short in trump, even though that's somewhat unlikely. It did not occur to me that there's a suit he's definitely not short in, which is spades. West might be short in spades, but it's more realistic that he would be short in both majors. So you have to lead the third diamond pitching a spade before you've drawn too many trumps. I think you could afford 1, but 2 was too many. And drawing 1 doesn't really accomplish anything anyway. Yeah, okay, so maybe Fred can explain why this was right. You have 3 certain losers. Yep, can't lose a second diamond. Yep. East is likely to have at least 3 hearts. Yeah, I agree. Trying to ruff a diamond is unlikely to work. Yeah. A loser on loser, indeed. Win the diamond lead and exit diamond. Okay, I ducked, which I think is a little bit cleaner, but fine. Traded a possible diamond ruff that East could over ruff for a safer spade ruff. Yep. In case West was dealt 2 hearts and only 1 or 2 spades, you should draw 2 rounds of trumps before taking the spade ruff. Yeah. So I had to do something similar, right? Not exactly the same, because I guess it was the same. I took the diamond pitch at trick 3. I played the diamonds in a slightly different order, but it comes out the same. And then we do draw 2 of them just in case West has this layout holding. Okay. Well, you got me, Fred. 21 points, pretty good hand. Naturally, partner is a disappointment. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 cashing tricks. And I can't ever set up clubs, because if I try, they'll cash the spades too soon. Or they'll cash too many spades, depending on your point of view. So there's something here about combining your chances in diamonds and hearts. What exactly is it? It seems like you just bang down the ace-king of hearts, right? But I don't know about that. Because if the hearts come in for 5 tricks, then you don't even need to guess diamonds. If you only have 4 heart tricks, you have to get the diamonds right. I'm missing something important here. So I have no information from the defense. Yeah, okay. Am I really just supposed to play... It feels right to me, just bang down 2 heart tricks, but it also feels very wrong. Because, like, you can't really get 2 diamond... Well... Can you get 2 diamond entries without risking things too much? Sort of. Because what if you lead the jack of diamonds and run it? If West plays the queen, then great. You've got 3 diamond tricks, and you can afford to lose a heart. But if the jack of diamonds loses to East, then you've created 2 diamond entries, right? The 2 can go to the 10, and the king can go to the ace. And you can use those to increase your odds of getting the hearts to come in by taking 2 heart finesses. So you're sort of... Yeah. 2 to the 10 is not going to work. Because if that loses to the queen, you still only have 1 entry. So you have to run the jack. I think that has to be the answer. See, I knew there was something wrong about laying down the ace king of hearts. Yeah, run this. It loses. Spade back. Play a diamond to the 10. And a heart finesse. Diamond back to the ace. Repeat the heart finesse. East has queen fourth, so this was necessary. Okay, good. Sure. Any useful diagrams about the diamond position, maybe? It's pretty slow clicking through all this. You always take at least 4 tricks and hearts. You can guess the diamond, yeah. By handling diamonds, you can maximize your chances when you lose a trick to the queen. Run the jack. If West has the queen, you'll take 3 tricks and just do anything in hearts. If East wins the queen, at least you have 2 entries in diamonds to take 2 heart finesses. Yeah. Okay, well, that's what I did. Nothing particularly useful about that diagram. Ooh, West bid 2 spades here, huh? We are in 6 diamonds. Oh, yeah, I mean, I immediately see what the point of this is going to be. We just have so few dummy entries, and we need to repeat the diamond finesse. We're going to have to rough trick 2 with the queen instead of the deuce. In this way, I can use my 1 dummy entry, which surely will be a heart to the king, not ace and rough, to take the diamond finesse twice. I still need diamonds 3-2 onside, but at least it's possible. There we go. And now the south hand is all winners, and the north hand has a spare trump. Fred, hopefully, will show us what would happen if you made the mistake of roughing the first trick low. You win the first spade trick and continue. You have to rough with the queen or jack. Cross the king and lead diamonds twice. Thanks to unblocking, the lead's in dummy to repeat the finesse. Now, if you had roughed with the 2 and crossed the king of hearts to finesse diamonds, you would have to win the finesse in the south hand. And you'd have to risk ace of clubs club to get back to the north hand. But East might over rough that. Yep. Oh. Yes, this is a funny one. Gotta pay attention to those spots. So here's a funny thing. We need 9 tricks, right? 2 diamonds, and a spade is 3. And if you look at the clubs, you'll see we have 10 of them in total. So there are only 3 outstanding, right? The ace, the king, and the queen. Even if the clubs are 3-0, the ace, king, and queen will draw all the outstanding clubs, and then we can run the remainder. We'll have 6 clubs, 2 diamonds, and a spade. Easy, right? Well, not so fast. An alert player will notice that all of South's spots are smaller than all of North's spots. So, if you do play ace, then king, then queen, the 4th club will have to be won with the 8. And you'll be in the north hand instead of in the south hand with all these lovely clubs. So, if the clubs are 2-1, it won't matter. You'll play ace, king, and then you'll win the 7, and then you'll win the queen. But if the clubs are 3-0, you have to be more careful. Which, in particular, means we need to be able to throw away the 8 or the 7. I plan to throw it away on a spade. So we're ducking 2 spades here. And on the spade continuation, we junk a club. That club was in the way. Now we can play ace, king, queen. And that pesky 8 isn't here anymore, so we get to win this lovely little 6 instead. And then win 2 more diamonds for our last 2 tricks. I didn't really think through the details of what would happen if East-West switched to a heart. I probably should have. But I think it would be fine. Yeah, just play the king, right? If they win the ace and continue hearts, you don't care. Although, do you care? If they win the heart and continue, it's fine because you have extra stoppers. But what if they like duck the king? Then how do we get rid of the spare club winner? Okay, tell me about this, Fred. 9 easy tricks. Oh, but beware. Clubs might be blocked if they're 3-0. If you win the spade lead, you're in trouble. Yep. A certain method of guarding against this. West can hold the opening lead, I agree. If West switches... the point is that the ace of spades, if they don't knock it out, is an entry to the clubs. So you can afford for the clubs to be blocked as long as you can just win anything. Got it. If West continues spades, you have to duck again. And on the third round, you can pitch a club spot. Yes. If they switch at trick 3, eventually you get in, and when you cash the queen of clubs, you can cash the spade yourself to throw away a club. Yeah. What's contract? 3 no. Opponent's silent. Oh, look at these diamonds, man. They're just begging to be used for extra entries. Good, 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 good. Yeah, that's the thing about the advanced level hands is, like, usually there's some common theme that, like, I don't remember this specific hand. There have been hands that I remember. This isn't one of them. But it's so carefully constructed that there's only one feature of interest, right? Or like 2, and they're both very loudly screaming, pay attention to me. That's one of the reasons I like Bridgemaster, is like, you can't always spot, like, these are kind of the platonic ideal of the kind of play to the technique that the deal is teaching you, right? You don't see things this clear in real play. But Bridgemaster is so loud about it. So the point here is, you'd like to finesse in hearts twice, succeeding if East has either heart honor. There are sort of 2 details about that you have to get right. The first is that you should lead low on the first finesse, which you're intending to lose. If you win it, you're very happy. But you expect to lose it. Then you want to lead the jack the second time so that when that holds, you can repeat the finesse a third time. Right? If you lead the jack on the first round, West can win, assuming the honors are divided, which usually they are. And then you'll have to lead the 3 to the 10 next time, and you won't be able to repeat the finesse for a third time. So you have to lead the 2, a low 1, then the jack, then a low 1. But in order to even do that, you need 2 dummy entries, and we can see there's only 1, the ace of diamonds, right? But if we're lucky, we may get 2. We can cash the king and queen of diamonds to see, are diamonds splitting 4-1, or are they 3-2? Since they're 3-2, we've got 2 dummy entries. The jack of diamonds can go to the ace, and then the 7 can be an entry Later, because we carefully unblocked the jack under the ace, we retain the 2 to get to the 7. So a low heart, losing, spade, cross back to dummy with our well-earned second entry, and repeat the finesse 2 more times by leading the jack here and then a little one. Ta-da! Virtue rewarded. I don't think we have to listen to what Fred has to say here. I mean, I don't know. If the diamonds were 4-1, we wouldn't have 2 entries because we couldn't afford to overtake the jack with the ace. And we'd have to make do with 1 entry by... How would we handle that? Lead the jack, I think? You kind of need East to have either both honors or honor doubleton. If he has honor doubleton, it doesn't matter what you lead. If he has both honors, you have to lead the jack. Yeah. Okay, next deal. Ooh, this is... I haven't even looked at any of the suits but spades. But this is the kind of holding where in books... It's very natural. You play low and East plays the king. You want to play the ace here. But there's all these hands in books where you're supposed to actually duck. And I just want to look through the rest of the hand to justify the play that you would just... When you see this holding in a book, you know the answer is going to be don't play the ace. And I just have to prove it before I actually do it. So why is it that we want to do that? West has led the 7 of spades. If we assume this is 4th best, then East has only 1 of the remaining spades that is higher than the 7. So the West would have... something like Queen 9-8-7 5 is about what we would expect from West. A 5-card holding, probably, headed by Honor 9-8-7. In that case, if I win East's Honor with my ace, then when I attack diamonds... East will be able to play his second spade, which West will win and continue spades. And then when I play diamonds, West will win the second round of diamonds and cash a bunch of spades. By ducking a spade, I still have 2 stoppers, right? The king, or what? Let's play low here and see which one East is playing. It's the queen. So if I win the ace, I still just have 2 stoppers, right? I can win the ace, the jack will force the king, and, the 9 will force my 10, and then the 8, 5, or whatever will be winners. Whereas if I play the jack here, I'll play the ace on air. It won't catch or any honors. But the 10 is still going to be a stopper on the 4th round, right? West can cash the king, but then the 10 will be a winner. So the important thing on this trick, on this hand, this deal, is that the opponents don't get to cash 3 spades before I get my 3 diamonds. By ducking here, I make it more difficult for them to do that. Now I can go after spades, diamonds. And if East wins this and is able to continue spades, I don't even mind. Because that'll mean spades are not 5-2. They can only therefore score 2 spade tricks, and they're 2 diamonds. If it happens that West has both diamond honors, well, too bad, I was dead anyway. But that doesn't happen. So we pitch a heart. West probably cashes the spade. No. Okay. that's fine, I guess. And I feel like, I don't know, some of my recognizing this and saying, oh, this is what's always in books, that probably is memory of playing Bridgemaster a decade ago. Like, I've certainly played this deal before. It's probably... I've probably seen this specific deal more often than I've read about it in a book. But, you know, it shows up in newspaper columns and stuff like that. Back when newspapers existed. It feels unnatural to not win queen with ace when you have jack. But if you think about it, you don't actually need it. You still have two tricks either way. And by ducking, you make it harder for the opponents to cash three spades. All right, A-19, please. 1-3. Here we go. So this looks like it's about safety plays in diamonds, right? We certainly can't afford to duck this spade because the defense would just switch to clubs and you'd just like want to jump out a window. What's with this heart position? Why have I been given Queen Jack X opposite Ace X? I think the thing to do in diamonds is to lead low to the 9, right? Because that way... You need to protect... I mean, how many tricks do I have? Hang on. Maybe that's an important detail. 1, 2, 3, 4 outside of diamonds. So any 5 diamond tricks would be good enough, right? Okay. So if we play a low diamond to the 9... Like, you're only in trouble if the queen and 10 of diamonds... If all 4 outstanding diamonds are in the same hand. If they're in different hands, you just win it, you lose a diamond, and you win 5 diamonds to go with your 4 other tricks. If they're in the same hand, you have to make sure you don't give away too much. Oh, actually, wait a minute. If East has all 4, are we still in trouble? Ah, I see. You can't afford to play low to the 9. Because East would win the 10, let's say, if he had all 4. Well, okay. Yeah. If East had all 4... I mean, you could try low to the 9, let East win the 10, but then he still has the queen as a stopper, and they could knock out your ace of hearts. So what you might be inclined to do instead is low towards the ace 9. When West shows out, you say, oh, never mind, I'll play the ace, and then I'll lead up to the jack, right? But East can foil this by jumping on the queen on the second diamond trick and knocking out the ace of hearts. The defense can always guarantee to knock out the ace of hearts, by the way. If they lead the king, you have to either win it on the first trick or on the second. Like, leading the king is a way they can guarantee you play the ace on that round or the next trick before they give up the lead. So this ace of hearts will vanish if you let the defense hold the lead. Is that a Merrimack coup for the defenders, or is it something not quite like that? I think it is. Doesn't matter, of course, but that's what the name for that play is. Like, if let's say West even had the king, it would be quite like, let's say East had the king and was guaranteed to eventually take a trick with it. he could lead the king, giving up his ability to take a heart trick in exchange for my ability to ever get back to dummy again. The diamonds would be blocked, I'd have no re-entry, I'd be toast. So actually, funny enough, what you have to do on this hand is immediately spend your heart entry. We still have a heart stopper, and that's why I was given Queen Jack of Hearts. And we lead towards the Jack first. This way, if East has Queen 10 fourth, we still have a small diamond to get back to dummy after winning one and losing one. If, as in this case, it turns out that West has 4, we can put in the Jack and then finesse the 10 on the way back. And if the defense attacks hearts, well, we still have the Queen and Jack, so we're doing fine there. We get our 5, in this case, we get our 5 diamonds and 4 other tricks. Okay, I like that. Gotta think through the details of these safety plays. So let's see what would happen if we had done it the other way. If we had said, oh look, there's the safety play where you like lead up to the 9. Or play ace and then back to the Jack. Win the spade lead. As a club shift would not be welcome, indeed. You need 5 diamond tricks. 2 spades, a heart, and a club. There's only one way to guarantee 9 tricks. You have to cross the ace of hearts and lead a diamond towards the Jack. 2, 2, or 3, 1, it's very easy, yes. If East has 4 and hops, then you can play the Jack and they aren't blocked, yes. If East ducks, you can win the Jack and then duck 1 back. If West has all 4, you win the Jack. You play the Jack. Sure, a low would also work, huh? Yes, because you could lead the Jack, and then when it's covered, come back and lead towards the King 9. Sure, but the Jack is much more natural. I'm actually a little surprised that Fred doesn't say anything about the line that I thought of at first that doesn't work. Leading up to the 9 almost works, but it fails if East has 5, even though it seems like it should work. And it doesn't. They don't mention this cool Merrimack coup. Like, oh well. Level 20, this is, A-20, this is going to be the last one of the recording as we're doing 10 advanced, apparently. 2 clubs, opponent's silent, we're in 4 hearts. Okay. I'm tempted to duck the spade here, but there's not any reason to do that. I don't think it would be harmful, but I don't think there's a good reason either. It might be harmful, I guess. Maybe they could rough this and then rough another spades. Rough tricks 2 and 3 if I ducked somehow. It seems hard, but might not be impossible. So we win the ace, that's fine. And the issue is, okay, so let's back up. And say what I was, I kind of didn't bother counting tricks because there's just like one obvious play to make here, but it's only obvious because I know this is a problem. We should count how many tricks we have and prove that it's correct. I have 5 hearts, and a spade is 6, and another ace, ace, king is 9. I need 10 tricks. The only other place you can get the 10th trick from is diamonds. One possibility would be to take a diamond finesse, low to the queen. If this wins, then that's your 10th trick. If it loses, well, you've still set up the jack, right? But you haven't really. Because you have to be able to get to the jack. And you used your only dummy entry, the ace of hearts, to take the finesse. So the jack is dead to you. You don't mind if you lose a diamond trick, so long as you win 2 diamond tricks. So I think what you're supposed to do here is win the ace of spades, draw 2 rounds of trump, and then play ace and the diamond. If they can continue a 3rd diamond and rough it, well, that's pretty sad, but not very likely. Is there some reason you should draw a smaller number of trump? I don't think so. I guess there's some possibility that after winning the diamond... Ah, wait, this isn't the right play. Good, I'm glad I am still counting. The issue is, if you play ace and a diamond, the defense might win the king of diamonds and then give a ruff. I mentioned this and said, well, wouldn't that be sad? It would be sad, not just because you're unlucky, but because you could have done something about it. What you're supposed to do... So, let's back up. Why play the ace before the queen? It's a natural play that most bridge players would just say, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Because generally speaking, like... You're like, oh, well, I might catch the singleton king, and wouldn't that be nice? I'd get another trick. If I'm planning to lose a trick to the king anyway and not take the finesse, I might as well cash the ace first and see if the king falls. And that's often correct. But not always, and here it isn't. Because what you can do instead, since you don't care about when you win 2 diamond tricks, only that you win 2 diamond tricks, what you should do is win this, and I guess you can draw 1 round of trump if you want, but not more than that. And then lose a diamond immediately. They can only give the other player a ruff if diamonds are 7-1, which is quite unlikely. Or if they're able to, like, cash enough spades that their partner, like, who... If one player is quite long in diamonds and spades, we could run into some trouble. But, like, probably they won't be, right? Indeed, the spades are splitting. So we win this in hand, and only now cash the ace of diamonds. This way, I remain in control of when the 3rd diamond is played, which is the important diamond. Right? If you cash the ace, you no longer control when the 3rd diamond is played. This is a kind of common theme in, I don't know, something that I think about fairly often when I'm figuring out when to duck tricks and when to win tricks. Is like whoever has the highest honor in a suit can cause can after winning that card, they can prevent 2 of the suit being played in a row or cause 2 being played in a row. Right? Sort of. Like, if the defense has the ace of something and declare has king, queen, jack, 10, he can't ever play 2 in a row without the defense's permission. They have to duck the ace or allow him to... And then he can continue. Or they can win the ace and play another one back. They need his permission. He needs the defense's permission. Do we have a suit like that here? Not exactly. And if you have, like, the second highest one, you kind of have some say in, like, whether there are 3 played in a row, right? And certainly if you have the 2 of the top 3. Like, if the defense has the... Well, if Declare, let's say, has the king-queen... Yeah, like, if Declare has the king-queen of a suit, and the defense has ace-jack, 10, whatever, then Declare can, using the king and queen, stop 3 rounds of the suit from being played in a row by playing the king and then the queen, and then whichever one wins, he leads something else. The ace still can dictate that 2 play in a row, but the king-queen can stop 3 being played in a row and stuff like that. And so anytime you give up the top card in a suit by playing it, you're giving your opponents more control over how quickly that suit is played. And here, you know, in this deal, that's relevant because if the suit is 6-2, you don't want a 3rd round to be played until you're done drawing trumps. So ace and another gives the defense permission to play a 3rd round back before you're ready. Whereas if you just lose the queen immediately, you retain the ace to stop the defense from playing 2 diamonds in a row, which would be disastrous for you. Yeah, so I don't know. This is most important in, like, in trump suits, usually, where you want, as declarer, to draw, like... You want to play exactly 2 rounds of trump, but not more, or something like that. And you have just the ace. What you do is you duck 1 round, and then if the defense tries to play more, you win the ace, and you say, all right, we're done playing trump. I'm going to do something else. If you instead try playing the ace and then another, you say, great, I did it, my 2 rounds of trump. The defense can win and continue, and then you're like, oh no, right? So retaining the ace, tempo, it's important. I don't know. That's a common theme that I think about a lot. I've said way more words than Fred is about to say, but maybe the diagram will help. You could finesse in diamonds, but you'll lose if it's offside. You should give up a trick to king of diamonds while you still can. Give up a trick to king while the ace of hearts is still in dummy, indeed. If you win the opening spade lead, draw 2 trumps, and then play ace and the diamond, the defense wins, but they give out that ruff. If the diamonds happen to be 6-2. I mean, this is unlikely, but it's not impossible, and it's something you should be playing around. Because you can. The defense can rough out the jack, so instead, lead the queen immediately, as I did. They'll win the king, but you're in control. They can't cash enough diamond tricks. They can't cash another diamond in order to ruff. Win the return, unblock, cross. Yep. He says unblock the ace, then play 3 trumps. But really, of course, it's better to play 2 trumps, then unblock, then play the last trump, just in case. Okay, there you go. That was the second set of 10 advanced level boards. And I think we learned some good lessons here, both you and me. I made 1 mistake? 2 mistakes? I don't remember. And I had some good stuff to lecture on. Tomorrow, we'll try some more expert ones. Probably just like 5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.